Right lads, welcome back to another training video. So quickly, everyone who's subscribed to the channel lately, it's been awesome. I think we've hit like, since FIFA 21 come out, I think we've hit like 60 or 70 extra subs. So that's awesome, so I want to say thank you for that. Everyone we've been trading with, we're up to 811k now. We're probably close to a mil, probably like 950, 960, something like that once we've sold everything. Which is not the most coins I know, but obviously I'm not on air all the time to make coins. We've made a few losses, nothing big, but we've overall with all these cards we've made like a big win here. We've probably made about 60 or 70k, maybe a little bit more. So we picked up these Hallands for, if you can remember, 222,000, and these two for 222,000. This one for 225. So this one for 250. He's actually down a little bit. I got out on actually a good hour. I was just hawking his price out, and once I seen an opportunity, I just took it. I wasn't waiting around on one of my coins. I think that was probably a good move. Is ZH here? We bought two, right? I could have sold this one for a little bit more if I waited. And the only reason I waited on this one is because I actually bought this one for like 113, so I had to wait for a good price to sell him. Made a little bit on that, which is not bad. Probably like 4 to 5, maybe 6k, and we made a bit on that as well, probably kind of around the same. Oblak, Muller, Marquinhos, we sold one for 14, one for 13, so we sold three there we made profit on, and then we're actually going to make a loss on some more. Buy now price, what was the current bid? 14, 13, oh no, 10.50, so we made a loss on that one, made profit on these two. All these cards we made profit on. We lost out on one Zaha, which I think is this one here. And then all profit on these, and I'm actually selling a bunch more. As you can see, they've just haven't sold. I got a few Marquinhos up. These are all for a loss, I think. He just isn't going anywhere. I do think there'll be a rise in the market today. We'll talk about that though. And players that you want to buy and sell, players that you want to keep, players that you want to get rid of, and things like that. But yeah, they haven't, so I was going to have to put them back up. We bought Van der Beek at 15.5. Now, I'm just going to keep him around just to see where his card does go. If he goes down to about 13k today before his ones to watch comes out, I'm going to pick up a few because I think he will drive up in price a little bit more. I'm not sure how long these impacts for either when they get released, the new ones to watch. I'm not sure how long this is impacts for, but if we go over to Footbin, now, yeah, you're over with me here. Make sure my mic is actually plugged in. So players you wanna sell. If we go over and look at the ones to watches, these are players that you want to get rid of today. Because they're just going to go down in price. They're not going to keep their price. I can't imagine, right? So everyone that is a ones to watch at the moment but has their gold cards, I would get rid of. Because they're only up in price because they can't be packed. Therefore, that's why that demand's there, and it keeps. So ZH here is a good card, but he's not. He's going to go down from 65k. There's a lot of people on FIFA 21 this year, more than there was on FIFA 20. I think there was like 2.3 or 4 mil on the market the other day, and on PlayStation I think there was like 9 mil. So yeah, we can actually have a look on market and auctions here, right? So the highest was 2.7, right? And on PlayStation was 10 mil. I don't think that even hit that on FIFA 20, sorry. So I think crashes are going to be a bit more severe, but then I also think the rise is going to be a bit more severe as well. So it's going to kind of work out, balance itself out. But yeah, ZH get rid of. Same with a gold Werner. I think I said that in the last video. Get rid of this card, this gold card here. 200, yeah, he's already going down a little bit now because there's a little bit of panic on him. I'd get out on that card. He's only going to go down in price where he's going to be packed. So Werner get rid of, I think, ZH. I think anyone that is in packs at the moment, like they're ones to watch, I'd get rid of. And then the cards that are going into ones to watch, just like a Sané here, he's actually kept this price because I think there's a lot of investment in him, right? So if you want, what I would do is just to cover my back, really, as I'd probably sell him, right? Because I think there's going to be a lot of investment in these cards. So if let's say if you've got him for like 91 or something k, I would put him up, see if he sells right at a good price that you're comfortable with. And I do think this card does go down after a few days, right? Maybe the first day or two over the weekend, this card will go down just because there's so much investment in him. I could be wrong here. It's just how I think. And then I do think he'll rise over next week. I think that's going to be a lot of it with Semedo's a good player to look at. Where is he? He's here somewhere. Here, right? So I think his gold card is actually kept in value, right? It's at 42k. This card has rised ever since he it come out in the menus and it come on Footbin that this card was coming out. This card has gone up a ton. I think that's just because there's a lot of investment in him. Once this card comes out, it could either go two ways, right? There's a lot of panic selling going on, and I think everyone's going to get rid of the card. So I think it's going to push his price down. And then if he goes back down to, say, 34k, he's only going to go and rise back up again. So be careful with that with these cards, because I do think there's going to be a lot of investment going on. There's a lot of that this year, which is pushing the market all over the place. If you've got an Nathan Ake, I'd sell this card as well. He comes back into packs today. It's not going to stay at 28k. So we go and have a look at players like Tomori, right? Tomori's price. This is his price. It's 1.2k at the moment, right? And he was sitting at like 9k quite comfortably. But where he's been in packs, and he's just constantly been in packs, he is all the way down. He's down nearly 8k, right? And the same with like a Bailly. Eric Bailly's price, kind of the same card, right? A few stats are a bit different. I mean, he's not as expensive as Ake, but Ake hasn't been in packs, and he's been a once to watch for like, what, a week or so now? A bit longer. So his price is now, he's gone from yesterday being 5k to 3.8 already. So there's panic on him. And I think that's going to happen with Nathan Ake as well. If you want to buy this card, even if you want to buy this card, don't buy it yet. Buy it over the weekend, maybe Monday, because with Squad Battle rewards coming out, as I said, a lot more people are playing FIFA. There's a lot more rewards, you know, being opened and things. So there's a lot more players being packed, and that's where the supply comes in. I think there's going to be a lot more supply than demand this year. And then a Ziyech is a good one, right? But he is obviously coming into packs, so for 65k, I would get rid. And then I think this is a good card to watch as well. I did get him at a good price yesterday. I should have kept him, really, knowing that he was coming out of packs. If you've got a Timo Werner, I thought I put him wet then. If you've got a Timo Werner, right, I do think this card is going to rise a little bit more. He's down to 612, right? I know a lot of people invested in him and bought him, but his price can only really go up. If he starts banging in goals, you're looking at a really good investment here, because this easily, if this gets 600k, is a good buy. If this card gets like 1 or 2 goals in a game, this is going to hit 700k. Like this card's going to get panic bought so much. So if he does bang in 2 or 3 goals, and then obviously you would sell it, right? You would sell it at like Tuesday or Wednesday when you know, a lot more people, or even if he gets in team of the week, right? And he's in team of the week, he comes in an hour, sell him, because he'll only go to an 86, and he'll only go back down in price after anyway. So always sell into the hype. That's what I've noticed this year. It happened last year. You always sell into the hype. And then Suarez. I've spelled that wrong. Suarez is a good one. His ones to watch. This card's going to get a few upgrades this year. He's always getting upgrades. I think because he's penalty taker, things like that. He's a proper poacher as a striker. So I can imagine he's going to be banging in goals this year for Atletico. Good team as well. They're not, shy of scoring goals. So 140. If you can get this for the right price, I reckon like 140k. On PlayStation, maybe like just under 130. Probably like if there's a bit of panic today, this morning, probably like 138, 136 or something like that. That'd be a really good price. But anything under 140 would be good. I think you'll do well on that. And yeah, that's kind of just it. If you've got a Sane, I'd keep this card. Again with Semedo though, I do think there's a lot of investment in him. So be wary about his price. If you've got one, maybe get rid of it and then just watch his price. you know, maybe today, tomorrow, because I do think it goes down a little bit with investments going on, and then I do think you can jump on it and then sell him over, you know, the next like 4 or 5 days where he'll probably go back up. But players like Richarlison and that, I can't imagine rebounding too much now. 81 rated. A lot of people have used him. 85,000 games already, look, as you can see. Yeah, I do think that's kind of where he's going to sit. He's only going to go down from there. Traore, get rid of this card as well. He's only going to go down. I know, like, he has stayed, like, at some points he's up and he's down, but I don't like that, because before you know it, you're going to have him, right, and you're going to have him for 20k, and then you're going to come on one morning and he's going to be like 13k. That's definitely going to happen. This card as well, this is an actual nice card, and it fluctuates loads. As you can see here, it was 56, goes down to 48. What was he this morning? 46, 47. Yeah, he's down to 43. A bit of panic going on there. Did it happen here? 47, 48, up to 49. Maybe that's a good card you can go and pick up. Maybe if he goes under 40k, he's a good one. Gomez is through the roof at the moment. Yeah, 102k. Apologies for that, I had a drink, my throat's getting dry. 102k for a Gomez. That card's only going to go down. I know a lot of people are getting more coins this year, but I wouldn't pay that amount of coins for Gomez. There's no way I would do it. Saint Maximin, his inform is up a ton. Yeah, 260k. He was like barely 200 the other day. Maybe like Wednesday, or when was it? Yeah, it says 216 here. That's not the case. He was like barely 200. I think he was like 205 or something. And then his gold card, obviously, where it's back in packs. This is what's going to happen with Ake and things like that. As you can see, he kind of stays at a trend, because he's not in packs. It's a trend of going up. But as soon as he's out of packs, Wednesday, he was 53k yesterday. He's already down 5.5k from that. So yeah, that card's only going to go down. If you've got that card and you need the coins for this card, I'd get that out as well. That's going to be it for the video, guys. Just talking about a few players of who you should buy, who you should sell. It's basically just anyone who's a ones to watch at the moment, and you got their gold cards, I would sell them, because they're only going to go down. And anyone going into packs, just be careful of, maybe watch their price, don't buy. If you've got one, I wouldn't buy yet. And if you see panic selling on them, don't worry, they should rebound back up. But I do like this Kyle Walker before we end at 418. I think that's quite a good buy. If he goes under 300k, I do think that's a good buy, because I do think by next week, or when he's out of packs, I'm going to keep an eye on this price and see what happens with it. I'm not interested in it yet, because, oh my god, yesterday he was sitting at like nearly 500k. He's on down to 412. Up to 460, down to 418. That's an interesting card. I think this is going to be fun to trade with this year. 100%. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Hope this helped in any way. If you've got any video suggestions or you want help with anything, let me know in the comments down below. Stay safe, enjoy yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.